Today there are interesting updates from the Sumy direction. Here, Ukrainians have completely annihilated the Russian Sumy offensive from the air, launching devastating strikes all across the board. With even redeployed air defense assets falling victim to Western-supplied bombs, Russian operations are falling apart at the seams as each sector is meticulously targeted without mercy. Ukraine's armed forces have decisively crushed the Russian offensive into Sumy by cutting off their supply and reinforcement routes through continuous targeting from the air. This success was made possible by Ukraine's systematic clearing of the skies, with Russian air defense assets stretched across the entire front line being repeatedly hunted down. Buk and Tor systems deployed to protect Russian command posts and depots became prime targets. In one case, a Russian Tor system continuously hampered Ukrainian attempts at airstrikes, resulting in the air defense system becoming the target instead. In another, a Russian Tor battery malfunctioned, trying to intercept a Ukrainian airstrike, with the missile veering off course and striking a nearby Russian ammunition storage instead. Additionally, Ukrainian operators used fiber-optic FPV drones to stalk and destroy Buk launchers. With these systems eliminated or suppressed, the preparation was done and the Ukrainian strike aircraft were free to operate over the front. The first major blow landed near Tyotkino. Ukrainian fighters used hammer bombs and JDAMs to strike infantry groups and ammunition stores at Lokot, Tetkino and Dronivka, while a bridge at Zabolotivka was demolished to sever supply routes. Drone operators in Glishkovo were targeted with JDAM strikes, while troops sheltering in a grain elevator at Yotkino were buried under rubble. Additional airstrikes leveled drone coordination centers in Korofyakivka and troop concentrations across Yotkino, followed by hits on crossings at Zvanoye. Each wave of hammers and JDAMs bombs shattered Russian attempts to mass forces, leaving corpses and destroyed buildings across the Kursk villages, feeding the offensive. Further southeast, on the Sumy side of the border, the blows continued and opened huge gaps in the Russian lines. Ukrainian aviation destroyed bases from where Russian drone operators were operating at Oleksiivka and Loknia, undermining Russian drone support capabilities, before destroying forces concentrations at Kindrativka and Oleksiivka, where Russian infantry had fortified inside of civilian buildings. In Yunakivka, multiple bridges and troop concentrations were hit, leaving Russian soldiers buried in collapsed structures. Perhaps the most devastating blow came in the Kursk region north of the border, where the headquarters of the 155th Marine Brigade was obliterated at Koronevo while preparing for redeployment to Pokrovsk. High-ranking officers, including Major General Gudkov, were killed, gutting the command of one of Russia's elite formations. Additional strikes prevented the Russians from being able to fill in these gaps and leveled command centers at Kulbaki and troop concentrations in Sudzha. In each case, Ukrainian reconnaissance drones adjusted the targeting with little precision, ensuring no survivors and capturing the events on footage. On the eastern flank, Ukrainian aircraft struck across Belgorod to prevent Russian reinforcements from stabilizing the situation and trying to hit the Ukrainian counterattacks from the side. Hammer bombs flattened enemy garrisons in Kozinka, while JDAMs destroyed drone control posts at Repyakivka. Bridges and positions at Guevo and Grafivka were pounded, and strikes at Kolotilivka killed entire groups of infantry. By hammering both the staging grounds and supply arteries in Belgorod and Kursk, Ukraine ensured that Russian columns advancing towards Sumy were bled dry before even reaching the border. Overall, what the Russian High Command once threatened as a march on Sumy city now lies in ruins, its spearheads shattered by Ukrainian air power, and its command structure gutted with the evident result of a collapsed Russian offensive. Russia has begun pulling units from this sector to reinforce Pokrovsk, a clear sign that the offensive has failed. Ukrainian air superiority, established by dismantling Russian air defenses and exploiting gaps with precision bombs, was the decisive factor, and for the Russian command, dreams of reaching the capital of Sumy are gone. For Ukraine, the skies over the region now belong firmly to them, and their dominance has rewritten the course of the campaign. To watch uncensored combat footage that we used in this report, check out our interactive news map. Here we're unrestricted by the YouTube policies and can finally show you the full uncut version of what really happened. But what is even more important, this map will give you access to all our significant events analysis that go far beyond of what we could include in this video. We worked in the background for almost 1 year developing this map. So for everyone who liked the map and wants to support us financially, we are also launching a 50% sale on all subscription plans. Starting from just $3.99, you will not only gain premium access to the map with even more advanced features, but you will also unlock all our exclusive strategic updates, all front overviews, and strategic geopolitics videos. If you wanted to support our efforts but haven't had the chance, now is the perfect time to jump in and make a real difference. So check out the link in the description to become an exclusive member of our community. I truly appreciate everyone who stepped up to join us. Your support means the world to us.